All right, so I'm going to show you how to do your trend lines. So this is a very common thing that a lot of people always ask about trend lines. How do I determine what is a trend? Okay, so if you have noticed on this chart, if you have been watching some basic videos, you notice that in this particular area from down here to up here, what do it look like it's doing? Did it come from here to here, or did it come from here to up here? Okay, so that means that this is an uptrend. So on the left hand side over here to your left, you're gonna go over here to the second one right here, and you're gonna click this little arrow to the side, and you're gonna see trend line. Okay, trend line. Trend line is when it actually touches at least two or more spots. So basically, if I say this is a uptrend, then I'm going to grab this 1 point at the bottom, and now I have 2 points, right? And I just keep dragging it along all the way up, okay? So in this case, my trend line went from here, then now it's going up here. But have you noticed that if I take this trend line up here from bottom to the top, guess what it's doing? It's going inside of price. That means it's not right. Okay. In this particular time, you might want to see what price is going to actually bounce off the price line. But in general, from this zone to this zone, this actually is not a correct trend line because this goes to the price. So what I need to do is drag this price on back some more. So now I see that clear as day, these areas right here is where price came here and hit this area and it bounced off. Okay, look at these areas. Okay, so now you know, just practice a little, guys. All you got to do is grab a trend line and take that trend line from the bottom to the top. And if it does not go through price and you notice that it hits that area, because remember, trend lines and support lines and resistance always was a support or resistance before. So if you look here, it bounced off this line, broke this line, but now price have came here to hit this line at the top. So this all works in within each other, okay? So as you're taking the trend line, sometimes it's not going to look perfect, but okay. Trend lines are everywhere. Look here. I go over to my left. I grab a trend line. This is a trend. Why? Because price came here and bounced off this line several times. If you find a pair that has a trend, trade the trend. The trend is your friend. So if I was in this area right here and I knows that price got back right here and it get here again and it went up and I missed all of this, guess what I'm going to do? When price came down here to this right area right here, because now I see it was here, price came down here and rejected this, and then I had a trend right here. Guess what I was going to do? I was going to buy it. Okay, buy it up. Now it's back down at a critical area again. So in order for me to sell this, what do you think I got to do? I need to see some pushing. I need to see some real push down to here where I can say, oh, that is selling. But guess what? If this was a trend right here, I don't want to sell and think it's going to sell all the way down here. It's not. Because if you already have a trend where it bounces off a trend, if you sell here, this area right here should be a critical area for you to say, okay, I need to take a TP in here to see if it's going to push down more. Don't expect this market to go all the way from up here to down here when it's a whole trend right there. So now if price reacts to this area, it's going to bounce up. Market bounces up and down all the time. So basically what you're trying to figure out is that trend is how you want it. So I told you how I do all of my videos. We're going to do some replay and see exactly what this market had to give us on a trend that we were trying to figure it out. Okay. So let's go here. All right. Remember, the video I posted before is about support and resistance. You can go to your daily, you can go to your 4 hour, your 1 hour, however you want to do it. We can go to the daily if you want to, but I want to just stick strictly on trend lines in this particular video. So go back and watch the other one. So what I can do first is find my high and my low. Remember, I told you, if you can't figure it out, guess what you do? It looks like a lot, but look, you can tell where the highest point is up there. Okay, so look, grab your horizontal line, go here and click. Bam, I got my high. It's right there. Okay, so now I want to figure out my low. Okay, so now I'm trying to find out a support area. My low is going to be a support area where price least hit twice. So if this is messy to you, go ahead and hide it. Now I'm going to stroll out just a little bit and see where price came before. Look, price came right here. It used to be a resistance line. Now it became a what? Support line. So now I'm expecting price to do what? At least to come right here and show me some type of resistance. Either it's going to send me here or it's going to send me down here. Okay. So you can't predict where the market is going to go. You only can react to what the market is going to do. So down here, now I'm trying to figure out what price is going to do. If it show me any type of resistance, it's going to buy. If it show me a aggressive momentum move, it's going to sell. So now let's play this out. Boom. What price just do to us? It resisted that area. Look at that, guys. Look how beautiful that played out. It resisted that area. Look at that. It resisted that area just by notifying where our support is. But guess what? I didn't show you the trend. The trend was here. The trend line could be here, where this is a bigger trend. Okay. Let me scroll in so I can show you. Because guess what? If we were doing a trend line from here, down here to up here, what we would have done? Went through price. I told you no, not through price. All right. So now what we should be expecting it to happen. This is a trend, at least 2 points. I told you had to be a trend line. Here's 1. Here's 2. So guess what? I'm waiting on this to bounce up here and probably reject. But if it don't, buy it up some more. Okay. So here, let me take this off. Let's see what price does. Because now you have your trend. So price is moving, it rejected. Look at that sharp move there. Look what happened there. Has to be some type of news, but guess what? It was never part of your trend anyway. Stop trying to find every little bitty move. Just wait on the bigger moves. If not, find you 20 pips and dip. Okay, so find you just 20 pips. You still could have found another trend line right in here. Okay, so look. How I know I probably wouldn't have never gotten this trade. Let's rewind this back just a little bit. Look at this. All right, beautiful. It did bounce off the resistance. All right, boom, boom, boom. It bounced. Good job. It broke. Did it ever retest? No. Wait till it retests back. Because if you would have waited, you would have got, look at this. It went back and retested that area and bounced right on back up. Being patient is a must in this market because you could have been in profit all of these pips up here. And guess what? It took you back out because you would have had your stop loss down here. And still, guess what it did? Went right back up here to this area, which is where your TP would have been, your overall TP. So pay attention to what's happening in the market. Wait on your retest. And once you get your retest, then you get in the market because it's just like a slingshot. Boom, I got to get my money back. So when it broke out of here, it went up here. Yeah, you might have caught quite a few pips. You should have put in a trailer stop loss. But guess what? Your bigger move came from where? When it retested this area and rejected this area, and you can buy it back up. You would have went in it for the long haul. Now, look what it did. Went up, retested the trend line, came back down, it retested again. Guess what it's doing? Boom, hit my next zone. Replaying feature is the best thing yet. this is how you can figure out what you're losing or how you lost something, because now losses are not just losses, they're lessons. Now you have learned how you would not make that mistake again, because now you're going to be patient and wait on the trend. So basically, when you see a trend cannot go through price. Trends has to be from the support or the resistance to the top. So this is support going to the resistance. Okay, so say for instance, this had never happened before. Sorry about that. None of this have happened before. Okay, so my support was down here, my resistance here. This became my trend line because why? If you answering the questions while I'm talking, it'll help you, answering to yourself. It'll help you learn what I'm saying, because I like to ask questions, but I know you can't hear me. So, unless you play the video. So we're waiting on price to actually touch these particular lines. So guess what it's doing? Okay, so price goes here. Oh, it breaks. Do I get in? No, I need to wait on it to go back up to retest the area, because now I can know that now my support went from a resistance to a resistance. So now let's see what's happening. We're going to wait till it retest, and then we're going to get into that trade. So maybe this area had already resisted. Okay, sometimes it happens, we don't get the full play out because, pay attention, guys. I saw this too. It's a trend within itself. Some pairs trend in a trend, okay? So this trend happened where when this bounced down, I should have drew a trend line, because now price came here, came down, came back up, it hit here. I should have waited on the pullback. When the pullback happened, so it means 1, 2 times, go up, now it hits back down again, okay? So pay attention to what's happening. Overall move is a buy. So you should have just been scalping if you was waiting on a sale. If you saw this trend line happen and it broke the trend, you should have been scalping, because this is an overall trend of a buy. So buys were going to be the bigger moves. Sales are the scalping, okay? We'll talk about that more on another video. So I hope that this have helped you and really helped you with support and resistance and understanding trend lines as well. And I'll see you in the next video.